Hello. So, I'm sorry if this video is going to start out a little bit weird. It's very windy out here and there's a lot of traffic, so I'm sorry if you can't hear me. But, I just thought I'd make this video, first of all, to say that, I'm very sorry that I haven't uploaded anything in a while. It's been like a month, so I apologize for that deeply. I just have had a lot going on and I'm just very stressed right now. You know, I guess the reason why I'm making this video, and secondly, like, just the whole point of this video is just to talk about autism and mental health, just to not really vent, but just like get some thoughts out. Basically, I'm going through a lot of issues. I've been having a lot of thoughts lately. There goes a motorcycle. So, yeah, it's very loud out here. I don't know if you can hear me at all, really, but to get to the point, I've been dealing with a lot of stress. A lot of things have been happening, and I mean, even though I doubt anyone will watch this video anyway at all, but I just thought I'd get some thoughts out to really explain that, you know, for any of you who've never seen any of what I posted or anything about my videos, I should probably inform you that I am autistic, and I'm not ashamed of it. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing abnormal about me. And, you know, that's what I guess what I'm trying to say is that, sorry, there's like so much going on right now. You know, I'm not ashamed of my autism. You know, whenever I see like media articles or like stuff in the news where it's like, oh, 10-year-old Colton was left on the school bus and he suffers from autism. Like, hold on, it's really windy. Like, that pisses me off because, you know, who said that autism was suffering? Like, I'm not an autism sufferer. I don't suffer from autism. And, you know, it's just a part of me. There's nothing wrong with that. But to get to the whole topic, or back on topic, I should say, I've had a lot of thoughts about the things that I've done in the past, and things that I've done that weren't really great at all. I mean, I've made horrible, horrible mistakes, but at the same time, I was also actively and formally discriminated against by, you know, the school system, by other adults around me in my life. You know, people who thought that I wouldn't understand anything, or that I would never be like other people, but that's just the thing, is that, you know, autistic people are like other people. They just do things differently. That doesn't mean that they are lacking in what they do. You know, just because we think a certain way doesn't mean that our thinking is inferior to those that are neurotypical. Sorry, that truck is really loud. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, you know, I've had a lot, like I said already, I've had a lot of thoughts about the past. You know, like I said already, I've done horrible things, and I feel really depressed because of it. I mean, but I'm not here to make a video about my depression. I'm not here to make a video about, like, trying to gain sympathy, because that's not what I want. Right now I actually feel overwhelmed with guilt, because I just did a lot of horrible, horrible things. And, you know, that's the one thing that I wish I could change, is that if I could do anything in the world and have any kind of superpower, it would be to go back in the past and change the things that I did. But that's not possible. That's never going to happen. So, you know, I might as well get over it, because you can't change the past, because it's the past. And you can only change what you can in the present to make way for a better future. And, you know, that's what everyone should want. I'm really sorry. It's so windy out here, man. I don't know if, like, it's just so windy out here. It's hard to really speak up because it's just so much going on and I'm getting distracted by everything around me. And hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. There we go. So, maybe I spoke too soon. So, I guess there's that issue with just me being stressed and, you know, having a lot of regrets about the things that I did in the past. Like, I used to destroy my stuff. I used to, you know, be a rotten person all around. I wasn't very nice to people. Anyway, like I said, I wasn't very nice to people. I, you know, said rude things. I was just a rotten person. And, you know, like I said already, I wish I could change it, like go back in the past and change the things that I did. But, you know, it's the past and I gotta get over it. And so, but still, it's hard. I have a lot of issues with depression and severe anxiety. Like, my anxiety is like through the roof. It's like so bad. Like, so, you know, I guess the whole point of this video is to really just talk about that and just how it's affected my mental health. You know, there are times where I can't sleep. I like literally stay up all night and drink coffee. Like, that's it. You know, like, I just feel so depressed all the time, but that doesn't matter because, you know, it's in the past. I gotta get over it. You know, again, I'm not trying to make this video to just talk about that, but like, you know, the other thing that's depressed me is that back then, a long time ago, I used to be a really good artist, like a really good artist, and I'm not saying that to, like, you know, over exaggerate or make it sound like I'm showing off, but like, people have told me that I'm a really good artist, or at least was a really good artist. But hold on, it's so windy out here. Part of the fact that I've been so depressed is the fact that, like, because of depression and because of like the depression I had as a teenager, I noticed that the more depressed I got, the more my artwork started to kind of deteriorate, I guess. So I went from like being a really good artist and like drawing realistic stuff to like, now it's like my drawings like kind of look like just not even that good. So it's kind of upsetting. It's really disappointing actually. And it makes me feel really depressed because of that, even though I've had depression for years, but I'm saying it makes me more depressed than I've been before, ever. And, you know, but it wasn't just mistakes that I made in the past that have led to severe depression, but also just being discriminated against, like I said earlier. You know, like, teachers thought that I wouldn't understand anything. I was definitely treated like with less respect than other students. Like, if I did something that was exactly the same thing that another student did, you know, it was like they would freak out at me over it. And, you know, I wasn't allowed to really express myself in the way that I wanted to as a kid. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, like, if I had an opinion just from disagreeing with a teacher, I would get yelled at. And it wasn't great. It wasn't fun. It wasn't great. It was very inhumane, or dehumanizing is the proper word. I was treated like, you know, like anything I said had no value. Oh God, it's like so windy. My hair is everywhere. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, teachers would just go out of their way to completely ignore anything that my mom said and just do things their way instead of doing what the parents actually wanted. And that's the problem with our schools, is that they think they make better parents than the actual parents, these teachers. And I'm not saying that all teachers are bad, because that's not true. You know, that's not true. But, you know, I just feel like a lot of our schools are very corrupt, at least these days. Like, a long time ago they weren't corrupt. But, you know, when I was a kid they were, and of course now they are. But, you know, that's depends on the school, you know. Some schools are corrupt, some schools aren't, but the elementary schools that I attended as a kid were pretty ridiculous. You know, it's like, oh, don't bully people, but let one person bully you, and if you fight back, you get in trouble. That kind of thing, you know. But, you know, it's kind of weird. Like, it's interesting how schools say that, oh, we're a no bullying school, or oh, we're against bullying, but when it comes to actual bullying incidents, they don't do anything. You know, they just do nothing. And that's the problem, but, you know, that's just one of the many problems with our schools. You know, it sucks, but, you know, like I said already for the 100th time, I know I sound like a broken record, but the past is in the past, and I gotta get over it, you know. I mean, it's just hard. I've had severe bouts of anxiety and depression. I was, in a way, abused by some of my teachers, emotionally, psychologically, and in one case, physically. Sorry, there's a weird bug back there. Anyway, you know, I just was not treated well at all. One teacher, you know, tormented me, and, well, I was tormented by most of my teachers, but one teacher in particular was very degrading towards me, very abusive, and it was just not a very humane way growing up. Like, I mean, some people might say that it's not that big of a deal, but anyway, some people might say that it's not that big of a deal, and maybe it's not. I mean, maybe I'm just, you know, too stressed and just thinking too much into it. But, like, I mean, I was pretty treated very badly. Hold on, it's so windy I have to hold my phone steady. You know, and I know it sounds like I'm rambling on, so I'm sorry for that. Again, I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded anything in a while, even though I doubt anyone will watch this. But I just thought I'd talk about just autism and how discrimination from... There's a dog back there. How discrimination by other people, sorry, my hands are really shaky, has led to some mental illness issues. Like, I have had depression so bad that there are times where I don't take care of myself, and, you know, it's not great, because it's like I want to stay in bed all day and not do anything. It makes me feel like I'm completely worthless because of the things that people have done to me. And again, you know, there's also the fact that I made horrible mistakes too. Like, I've done really rotten things and felt bad about it, but, you know, or I feel bad about it because of what I've done. You know, some things that I've said that were very rude. But, you know, at the same time, some of those things, it's not like I knew that they were rude, you know. That's kind of part of autism, is the social awkwardness, or like not knowing what's rude or what's not rude to say. You know, as a kid, I didn't really process that some of the things I said were rude. And now, as an adult, I know that they're rude, but only because someone had to point it out to me. And so now I feel like shit, but, you know, I haven't seen those people in 20-some years, or maybe longer. I mean, depending on how old I was when these things happened, because, like, I don't know, it's just hard to explain. Trust me, I'm a lot older than I look, man. I'm a lot older than I look. You know, I'm not exaggerating when I say 20-some years, because I'm a lot older than I look, like I said. Sorry. There's so much noise here, but anyway, I just thought I'd talk about that, just to kind of, like I said, not really vent, even though it kind of is now at this point. So, I apologize if I upset people, and even though probably nobody knows who I am, so it's kind of pointless, but what I'm saying is that I just thought I'd make this video to just talk about how the mistakes I made in the past and the way in which I was treated by teachers and by other adults has kind of affected my mental health in a way. And sorry, God, it is so windy out here. There's so much noise. Hold on. Anyway, I just thought I'd talk about that because, it's definitely affected my mental health once again. And, I just try to find peace wherever I can. And, I guess if anyone knows me in the past or remembers me from the past, which I doubt, but if you do, I just want to say I'm sorry if I hurt anyone. I never meant to hurt anyone. But, I'm just coming to terms with the reality that, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not damaged. I'm not broken. I don't need fixing. And I certainly don't want to be cured. There's nothing wrong with autism. What is wrong is the way in which society perceives autism. So, I just thought I'd talk about that. And, yeah.